Well, CNN is relevant for a minute again, and this time it's because of Kanye West. Well, because of their inflammatory comments regarding Kanye West. Now, what did Kanye do wrong? Well, Kanye unironically did nothing wrong. He had the audacity to visit the White House and meet the president. And Don Lemon, a credited journalist, thought this was something that his mother, who has passed away, would be really ashamed if she knew of. She would be rolling in her grave, is what he had to say. But let's roll some of that footage.
Kanye West is what happens when Negroes don't read. And we have this now, and now Donald Trump is going to use it and pervert it, and he's going to have somebody who can stand with him and take pictures.
Just looking at Scott's Scott's like, whoa, okay. So
it's a Chris Rock reference, by the way, Scott.
It's funny because seeing that little clip from Don Lemon's corporate news show reminds me of a Chris Rock bit. Who's more racist, black people or white people? Black people, because black people hate black people too. But Don Lemon, he's a nice guy. He doesn't hold any animosity towards Kanye West.
What did you think?
Wolf, listen, I have no animosity for Kanye West. I'm just going to be honest, and I may get in a lot of trouble for it. I actually feel bad for him. What I saw was a minstrel show today. Him in front of all of these white people, mostly white people, embarrassing himself and embarrassing Americans, but mostly African Americans, because every one of them is sitting either at home or with their phones watching this, cringing. I couldn't even watch it. I had to turn the television off because it was so hard to watch.
Well, Don, now you know how your viewers feel.
They need to grab him and snatch him up and get Kanye together, because Kanye needs help. And this has nothing to do with being liberal or conservative.
You're right, Don. This obvious character assassination has nothing to do with conservatism versus liberalism. This has everything to do with his fondness of Donald Trump and the media needing to paint him as mentally unwell just in order to justify the fact that he might like somebody they loathe.
Did you send cameras to the Oval Office and carry it live when Common visited the White House? Common visited the White House and did a beautiful poem, spoken word. It talked about how black people are kings and queens. How we need to rise up and do better. It is not normal, and we need to stop sitting here pretending that it's normal. This was an embarrassment. Kanye's mother is rolling over in her grave.
What a brilliant analysis, Don Lemon. Here, everybody, let's print this out, put it up on the refrigerator, and keep it there year-round so we can all look at it. Don Lemon is the guy that says, I wouldn't want my child to meet a sitting president at the White House. It's the opposite. I'm sure his mother would be very proud of him. And yet, that doesn't fit their narrative. Yet, they gotta twist that around just a little bit, give it a little bit of a spin, so they can air this on national television, shaming a guy with the use of his recently deceased mother. So what kind of guy is Don Lemon? Well, he's the kind of guy that would defend domestic terrorists.
It says it right in the name, Antifa, anti-fascism, which is what they were there fighting. Listen, there's, no organization is perfect. There was some violence. No one condones the violence, but there were different reasons for Antifa and for these neo-Nazis to be there. One, racist fascists. The other group fighting racist fascists. There's a distinction there.
Well, except Don, they attack everybody they see. Do you think that guy that was wearing the sriracha shirt that was attacked by Eric Clanton, who got away nearly scot-free, by the way, do you think he was a racist or a fascist? No. And something you'll notice if you watch all of this protest footage is they never seem to actually attack real Nazis. Not that it would make it okay if they were, but they're attacking regular people, the average normie, and guess what? That has pushed people further to the right. And that's going to end in that big blue wave being a big fictional BS wave. Well, you know, it's not over yet, because I wanted to show a clip from a few months ago. You might remember when Donald Trump said that Haiti and Cuba and a lot of these third world countries were shitholes, and CNN nearly lit themselves on fire, saying how great these places are. Conan O'Brien went to one of these places, I forget which nation, and went to a 5-star hotel, sitting at the jacuzzi going, man, this is such a crappy country. Yeah, because you went to a nice neighborhood, go down the street, and might as well leave your security detail there, because it's wonderful there. You guys have reminded us time and time again, except we all know they're being disingenuous. There's a reason people are leaving these third world countries. If there were this utopia that people like Conan O'Brien try to tell us they are, the people obviously wouldn't be leaving now, would they? But anyway, during that whole, whatever you want to call it, CNN had this former CIA employee talking about, well, I'll just let the clip speak for itself.
And we call a black man a nigger. That's what it tells me. We got a ways to learn, but we can step back and say we're proud because I spoke this on CNN and we call a black man a nigger. 30-1, the emails I got were saying, you speak for us, and we are not from Africa, and we're not from Norway, we're from Italy, we're from Ireland, we're from Greece. Every single one of them was from a place where they would say nigger.
So that was Philip Mudd, former CIA employee, now counterterrorism analyst for CNN, and they bring him on just about any time they can to complain about Trump or whatever else they can get him to whine about. So CNN isn't the only network that has been airing this type of rhetoric. Here's a short selection.
Wow. Okay, I'm doing this for everybody who's watching us who turned their volume down. You can put it back up again. That
But
was
if you think you're
bonkers.
going to get a thoughtful play-by-play and political analysis, you're not. Because that was an assault on our White House.
He talked about the fact that black people have been using welfare, that there aren't fathers in the home. Of course, we know that those things are just patently false.
This isn't even really about Kanye West. This is about the president sitting there, listening, nodding, laughing, calling Kanye West a smart cookie, saying Kanye West can speak for him anytime. Putting on this show less than 24 hours after the worst hurricane to ever hit the Florida Panhandle made landfall.
Look, all jokes aside, I thought that was really sad. I think you had there a man who's clearly not okay.
That little compilation was put together by Zyntrax. I did trim it down quite a bit, but I'll leave a link to the full highlight reel in the description below. He does really great work, and I think it's worth checking it out. I think a lot of you would really enjoy the videos he puts out. Well, that'll be it for now, but I will be back tomorrow with This Week Without Locke. So if you come across any interesting stories that you would like me to cover in tomorrow's video, feel free to send them to me on Twitter at wildsmiled, or to my email at wildsmile@protonmail.com. So thank you everybody for watching, and here it is. Your moment of clarity.
No, I'm standing in that spot. I love this guy right here. Let me give this guy a hug right here. I love this guy right here.
That's really
yeah.
Come here. Yeah. That's really nice. And that's from the heart. I didn't want to put you in that position, you know, but that's from the heart. Special guy. These two are special people. Whether you like it, whether you don't like it, they're special people.